fellas? It's your boy Freelancer here today. So the album we're going to be reviewing today is Savage Mode 2 with 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. And the reason why I want to talk about this album is because I'm a huge fan of 21 Savage, especially Savage Mode 1, which is, in my opinion, the best hip hop project of 2016, especially with hindsight, and also I think I'm Greater Than I Was, in my opinion, one of the best hip hop projects of 2018. And on top of that, Metro Boomin is one of the best producers within that time frame of like 2014, from like Travis Scott, Mamacita, all the way through to the two songs he did of I Am Greater Than I Was, which is ASMR and I think it's also one Break the Law. Right, those two songs are brilliant. Now with this album, yeah, I mean it wasn't that great personally. But another thing I want to touch on before I go into the album itself is that the 21 Savage, he's kind of an interesting rapper. I love his cutthroat, laid back delivery. I was definitely late to Savage Mode because at the time I was huge into people like Needle Drop, who completely dismissed the album. He said the album wasn't not good, right? And it's like, I feel like he went into the album with the wrong expectations, right? You don't listen to 21 Savage for like great lyrics or anything like that. You listen to him for his cutthroat kind of style over like, calculated and cold kind of production, eerie production, right? You listen to it for that kind of vibe, which is unique to him, right? But he kind of created, which is great. And that's what I look for, especially nowadays over the past like 3 or 4 years of hip hop, right? I look for guys with their own sound, their own style, and unique, but still hip hop type production, right? And 21 Savage, Savage Mode definitely killed it on all those fronts, right? He definitely has been a bit hit and miss overall, especially with his overall bodies of work. Because his album, sure, Bank Account was cool, Folk Life was good. There's a couple of cool songs on it, and Without Warning had a couple of good songs on it for sure. But those albums aren't as good as Savage Mode. Or even I'm Greater Than I Was. I'm Greater Than I Was kind of a bit of a comeback to me personally. I love the two songs Metro Boomin produced. And I really like most of that whole album. The song he did about his mom was great, and it still worked within his aesthetic, right? And I really feel like he further developed his own aesthetic on that album personally. Now, with this album, I don't know. I just feel like if I'll get the highlights out the way first, right? The two songs on this album that I loved, and I really like these songs because I really feel like that it was like Metro Boomin doing a good job and it was 21 Savage doing a good job, and it really worked well together. And those two songs to me are the fifth song and Brand New Dracos. Those two songs, I love them. I love the production, especially on the fifth song with the Memphis type sound. I really felt like it was implemented really well with Metro Boomin's production style, and 21 Savage sounded brilliant on it, right? And Brand New Dracos, I love the beat, love the synths on it. It sounds great. I feel like 21 Savage sounds really great in it as well. Vocally, he sounds good. He killed it. He killed that beat from a vocal standpoint. Obviously the lyrics, the lyrics are whatever. It's 21 Savage. You don't listen to 21 Savage for lyrics, But I really feel like those two songs really capture 21 Savage, his vocal style really well, and his whole attitude, his aura really well, and and further expanded on what I love, added to the roster of songs that I love from 21 Savage, right? Because another song from last year, I really love Immortal from last year. Just another song I want to mention from 21 Savage quickly. But anyway, going back to the album, yeah. So two songs that I love. 10 songs that I'm kind of on, like take R.I.P. Love, right? The Taking the Blood Sample wasn't from Nas, wasn't, really, they didn't really do anything with it, right? They just took it and put some generic-ish type trap drums on it, right? And it's kind of like, I wish they could have done more of the sample, maybe flipped it or like reversed it or chopped it, something just to make it its own, right? And not just, oh, right, yeah, Taking the Blood, yeah, that's a great song, right? And on top of that as well, the yeah, and the choruses. I love the choruses in this album. I'm kind of on the two songs I love. Those choruses were cool, were great, really worked really well. But the rest of it, a lot of the choruses I'm like on. And most of the beats are okay, apart from there's 3 in particular that I just felt like just completely fell flat to me, right? And that is the 11th song, the song with Drake, and the last song. Those 3 songs, they just whacked to me. Like the beats weren't good at all, the choruses weren't good. Obviously the content, like I said, no listen to 21 for content anyway, but there was nothing about those songs that made me go, that was dope. I just, like the 11th song with the whole in trying to incorporate like old school hip hop or whatever into it, like almost like late 80s, I don't know, like type crap in it, like Run DMC almost type stuff in it. It just felt completely flat to me, right? It just didn't work and didn't complement the production style of Metro Boomin at all, right? And so yeah, so that's about, the rest of the album outside of those 5 songs, two songs that I love, 3 songs that I didn't like, Drake did nothing for me as well on that song. Yeah, the lovey-dovey stuff. 21 Savage has done that, love songs type thing or like breakup songs type thing. But he did it in like his own style and still kept in his own aura with his own production. But those 2 love songs on here, or the Drake song and the last song, they just felt like he was just trying to like, I don't know, appeal to like a popular audience type thing. And it just doesn't work for me at all, in my opinion. It just doesn't work for me. Right, I don't think it works for him as well, in my opinion. Now, there are 10 songs on here where I'm like, they're okay. If they come on, like R.I.P. Love, like I mentioned, with the Taking the Blood Sample. It wasn't, I know I shit in it a little bit, but it's not a bad song. It's just an okay song to me personally. And there are 9 other songs that I'm kind of like, on, it's cool. If it comes on, I won't complain, but yeah, I'm not going to listen to them like, I don't go back to them, you know what I mean? There are 2 songs I will go back to, you know what I mean? Or I have gone back to like 2 or 3 times to like, further establish my opinion on them. But the rest of it, Now, that's what I think of this album. Overall, I give it a C plus. It's on par like a Without Warning, or it's an album. It's not a brilliant album from 21 Savage or Metro Boomin. I think Metro Boomin's obviously did What a Time to Be Alive was better than this, and obviously Savage Mode 1 was a lot better than this, right? If we're talking about overall albums he produced in the past. So yeah, that's what I think of this album. It's an okay album. It's a C plus. I give it a C plus or a C. It's alright. I'm kind of mid on it. But 2 songs that I love. Added to the roster of songs I love from 21 Savage and Metro Boomin. Yeah. So yeah. So tell me what you think of this album below. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. Subscribe if you want to support your boy. And yeah, see you in a bit. Peace.